Hello everybody and welcome out to Wood League All-Stars. I'm Disciple, your host. Now let's get started. If you guys are new here, Wood League All-Stars is a series where we spectate Bronze 5 ranked gameplay to have a little bit of fun at some other people's expense, but since we laugh at me so much on this channel, I figure it's about time that I get even. So today we are going to be spectating my friend DJ Senate. You guys might know him better as Public Prank on YouTube, and I'll link his channel below. Unless he doesn't want me to, we'll see how well he plays this game and whether or not he wants to be associated with this. We're also going to experiment a little bit with the trackball, so that if I want to move the camera around, not centered on anyone, I will hopefully get some smooth movements there. And recently the mouse has been jerking around a little bit, so we're going to be experimenting with this, and we'll see how well it works. Anyways. Over on the blue team, we've got a pretty much single interesting pick in Jhin mid. Everything else is pretty standard. Typically, we see some very, very strange picks in bronze play, and in this game, that's going to be over on the red team. Looking at Slayer Chris 93, the support Volibear. I am not too sure what to think about that, but I guess we'll see exactly how well it works. Also, I just have a question, and maybe someone who is in bronze can answer this. But I had never heard of AD carries taking teleport. That's just not something that was even in my realm of knowledge. But in almost every single game of Wood League All-Stars, there's at least one AD carry with teleport. Now can someone please explain to me why they think that's a good idea? I thought it was absolutely universal that AD carries take barrier, heal, or cleanse. I mean, even ignite I feel like would make more sense because, you know, you can be aggressive, get kills early, snowball, but teleport should be for split pushers, and an AD carry should generally not be a split pusher unless they get so fed they can 1v1 anyone. You know, maybe close is good for something like that, but Misfortune? I don't know. We'll see how well Mr. DJ Senate can carry her. Of course, a friend as handsome as he certainly doesn't deserve to be in Bronze 5, and he is simply being held back by his teammates. We'll see whether or not this game it's true. Looks like we have a little bit of action up in the top lane, actually, with a very, very, very low health Yasuo and Alawi as well. I think Alawi has a little bit of an advantage in this matchup. She seems to be pretty good at brawling and duking it out, whereas Yasuo relies a little bit more on burst damage, potentially, to finish someone off. And so if Alawi can stay in combat and sustain up off of those tentacles, I expect her to do rather well. Since it is getting into the game, we're seeing people already begin to CS with a little bit of a struggle there. In the top lane, of course, it's 7-9, because why wouldn't you get more than a wave of CS after a few minutes into the game? And the snare goes in the mid lane, but it's not going to do too much right now. But without much mana on the Jhin, nothing will really change. So you'll have a little bit of extra wave clear. I actually really like Jhin in the mid lane. I feel like if you can play it well, he can snowball really hard, do amazing poke damage while building a lot of AD, and be a bit of an assassin. What we're going to do right now is we're going to check out this first blood. So rewinding down to the bottom lane, this is before it happened. We just went back in time using the beauty of, oh no. Technology couldn't save him from that one. DJ Senate now flashing away. The heal goes down for the movement speed. There's the slow from the smoke screen, but it's not going to be enough for our boy DJ Senate. He is going to escape with his life. However, Misfortune did give up the first blood. And that's about what we expected. But since she has teleport, she's able to come right back here and get back to farming. Oh man, another teleport going up in the top lane as Volibear comes in with the flip on to DJ Senate. They get the stun on the Volibear and he's taking quite a bit of damage, but he is going to get the regen from that passive. Graves flashing away. Maybe a little bit more of a reaction that he needed to have. But overall, only the one kill happening so far. And one thing I just love about these games, and if you guys haven't been in Bronze for a while, you might not realize how many kills go down in these games. It's not where like you end the game with, you know, 10 or 12 kills and you think, man, that was a slaughter. I was looking at a match history, looking at, oh, the Elise comes in, misses the cocoon, misses the W, and if she repels now would miss that as well. But nothing's gonna come to this gank in the bottom. So I was looking at a match history of someone in Bronze 5, and they had 40 assists in a game. It lasted an hour, and I was like, there's no way in hell I'm casting that. So, right now there's gonna be a bit of action breaking out, and we can't get too excited about any of it. Unless... Nah, see, nothing's gonna come of it. They're too smart to fully engage, unless Lowy gets a little greedy for this pink ward. I feel like Yasuo could have bullied her off of that a little bit, didn't have to give that up, but, you know, I guess he's playing safely, which is, I'm surprised to be saying. Gotta say, oh, here he comes in. He's got the dash, but there are the tentacles to smack him down. He is gonna finish off that pink ward, but Mr. Akora and Naga gonna be safe up there. Can say Yasuo. Yasuo is playing very, very, very safe so far. He did almost die very, very early on, but so far actually seems to be doing all right. One interesting choice was for Yasuo to take the biscuits, which will restore a little bit of mana every time he uses a potion to his non-existent mana pool. Now I'm looking towards any interesting builds so far, but since it's so early in the game, we don't get to go all out on the, you know, supports with Jinsu's Rage Blade, or the full attack damage ability power-based junglers. So many magical things can happen. But a pretty big buy coming out from Brian 2JZ, coming back into the middle lane with a needlessly large rod. Everything else in the game appears to be standard so far. Actually, some pretty decent farm on the Jhin mid. He actually flashed away from that one. I guess the Volibear came to pay him a visit and he was having none of that. Unfortunately, that flash is pretty much Jin's only real... Oh no, why didn't the camera take us up there? I tried to go back. Let's rewind here and capture a little bit more as Yasuo goes in for the ult, and he does get the knock up, but the stun into the wall from Poppy should be enough to lock him up as the ignite finishes him off. Now Korra and Naga low, but not in too much danger against that Elise, since he is 2 levels over and does have the sustain from the tentacles. A good number of tentacles set up around here, and also the ult is up for Lowy, so actually Elise has to be incredibly careful here. There's the E to pull out the soul, and this is going to turn her into a vessel. But as long as she can dodge these, yeah, see there, those mechanics that we were talking about when we were talking about them, if you know what I mean. Looks like top lane may be the area of our attention. Whoa. As the directed camera immediately jumps off of that, we're taking a camera tour for you, all sorry about that. The League guided camera, not exactly the pinnacle of technology. DJ Senate grabbing the sun onto the Volibear. They might be able to move on something there, but I guess a very tanky Volibear support. He's picked up 2 ruby crystals so far. His passive, of course, restores a percentage of health, and the damage from his Frenzied Bite also scales off of his health, and so giving him a little bit of survivability, sustain, and damage. It's going to be awesome. A good bullet time coming out from Misfortune, but I still think they're going to be able to stick around here unless maybe Jhin looks bottom for the potential ult gank. That would actually be pretty sweet. Instead, he's going to turn around and say, no, thank you. Oh, the heal comes out without any combat, so... Oh, here comes Poppy with the ultimate. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. DJ Senate comes in with the amazing ultimate knock up, but he is going to go in a little bit too deep as he does take some tremendous damage. The passive from Volibear keeps him alive now as he tries to finish off this misfortune. He's in there with the slow and the knock up, and it is enough. Now in the top lane, Yasuo is falling so low and does fall, so the Alawi is going to be able to 1 versus 2 for the double kill. It looks to be so. Elise is the vessel, has to be careful to dodge these tentacles, and she does not. Oh man, if I were this Alawi right now, I would be so happy. I feel like Jin's just kind of looking at his team like, really guys? Because if you are a fed Jin, but the enemy team has a Poppy and a Volibear and an Alawi, and they've all got kills, you're not gonna have a very easy time there, I can say that much. Poppy now moving into the enemy blue is gonna be able to steal this away without any sort of issue. No, she sticks around for the little ones. Elise is there, has the stun down, and it looks like Poppy may fall. The snare is there from Jin, and Elise should be able to get this with any amount of competence. The flash and the Q. And that's all she wrote. Oh, but Morgana is here and does manage to grab the binding. I feel like if Elise had stayed in spider form, the spiderlings would have tanked that for her, but instead she switches to human form and takes the binding to the face. Morgana flashes over the wall. We go on a bit of a camera tour, and Yasuo is coming over, dodges the binding, but I'm not sure if he can find that. He's so fast. Look at how quick he is. Morgana doesn't have any boots and will fall there to the curtain call from Jin. Using the trackball is so fun. Oh, it's very satisfying. Alright guys, down to the bottom lane. Misfortune actually keeping up in CS up against this Greaves even after a couple of deaths, and I've got to say kudos to Angel Fisher. Although they are down 0-3, getting this gold onto the AD carry will maybe be enough to ensure a strong mid game as long as she doesn't die to this Volibear. Again, it's just such a terrifying team to go up against as a mobile AD carry. The fact that you have 2 of them just makes it all the more frightening. Misfortune does have a little bit of mobility built into her kit, but still without any sort of a dash, it can be very, very tough to run away from a Volibear. I actually don't feel like it'd be the worst idea for maybe Misfortune to get a frozen, no, not frozen gauntlet. Why can't I think of the name? The hammer. Oh man, I haven't bought that item in so long. It just completely left my memory. Wow, I'm a great caster, you guys. I should really be hired by Riot. I think it's a travesty I haven't been yet. I've actually been kind of wondering what you guys think about that, if you want these to be more of a cast or more of just like me joking around, having fun. As we get into the bottom lane, Angel Fisher runs into melee range of the Volibear, and it's going to prove deadly for her as they turn it around. The 2 versus 3 Supernova Killa looks to be the next one going down as Poppy comes in to claim that one for herself. And on board, DJ Senate is going to be the last one alive. This is fun to try and do. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Something else happened in the top lane, but we can't be bothered. We can only expect that it would have been censored in Japan. Skora and Naga is 4-0-1, does have the Phage, which does of course look like a mallet. Frozen mallet, that's what the item's called. Yeah, we did it, Reddit. Oh man. So currently our game is 3-11, and it's looking pretty bleak for the blue team. What does Alawi say? Oh, that was terrifying. Poppy grabs the dragon for her team. The first dragon of the game will of course give them nice attack damage and ability power boost. And the camera doing a great job. You know what, in LCS, alright, they have observers who are looking to see when things happen and directing the observers to make sure that they get the right shots for the casters who are casting it, who aren't controlling the cameras. And so, you guys should cut me a little bit of slack. Here in the middle lane, we've got a couple of low health bars trying to defend this turret, and that could be pretty dangerous, especially up against Morgana if she does land that Dark Binding. That'll certainly be a kill. I'm also pretty sure Volibear isn't afraid to jump onto that turret himself, at least when he has his passive up. And checking on his character page, it looks like it is. There goes the ultimate, there goes the knockback, and the Dark Binding does land on the DJ Senate, but they do trade over for a kill onto Volibear. I'm just kind of letting it directed camera take it for me. That was some nice music though during the curtain call as we watched Jhin instead of whatever his bullets are hitting. You know, it's just cool to see how the game makes these decisions so that we don't have to. Alawi doing some pretty nasty business up against this Yasuo. There is the turnaround though, and with the turret pounding down and the flash from Misfortune, that will be the kill in return, as well as the shutdown and assist, resulting in quite a bit more gold here for the blue team. However, they still appear to be almost 5,000 gold behind, which is pretty dangerous only 16 minutes in. Jhin seems to be doing pretty well this game, 3-2-1. He also has been able to grab a little bit of AD. Man, look at all these BF swords from the blue team. They are all going for some similar builds, it appears. Actually, not entirely sure what this Misfortune is looking at, because with the BF sword and the Vampiric Scepter, it's making me think she's picking up that Bloodthirster first. Ooh, top lane Slayer Chris 93 falls pretty low and tries to turn it around, but Yasuo knowingly flashes out of there in time. But as I was saying, I don't know that I really like a Bloodthirster first. Maybe on Misfortune it works, but I feel like those multiplicative stats of attack speed and crit are what you need on an AD carry. Oh, here comes the turnaround from Yasuo. He does manage to grab one kill with that ultimate, as in the middle lane, DJ, Senate, and Jhin. My boy Jhin, his name, ISA 49. Sounds like a flight number or something. Have some... Oh, no, that's Yasuo. Of course. Jhin is Sinistro 116. It's edgy. Okay, so now I'm keeping my eye out for some more builds that I find questionable. Poppy, why would you finish your jungle item when you could buy a Trinity Force? I agree with you 110% on everything you're doing here. Also, a few boots of swiftness coming out very early in this game. I wasn't really expecting that. I actually don't hate it, at least on the Jhin, to help keep him alive. On Morgana, of course, grabbing the boots of mobility so that in a fight, she is slower than molasses on a cold day. Sinistro 116 gets caught in between a hammer and a hard place. But ISA 49, if he can find the knockup and the ultimate, might actually be able to put out some nice damage. Nope, he's dead. That's all that's happening. Supernova Killer flashing over the wall, appears to get out safe thanks to those chickens in their nest. Oh, nope, it could have been over. But that wouldn't be fun. The Ignite comes through. There is the Repel, but she's gonna have to fall right back on top of an enemy. And it actually appears to be the Ignite that finishes her off. Now proxying these minions, they will get a little bit of a push going down here in the bottom lane. Misfortune, after grabbing that turret, will haul out of there. And in the jungle, red team's just kind of doing what they want at this point. 5,000 gold up, but this time on the upper end of 5,000. So they are gaining some small advantages, but... Ooh, now I'm seeing some fun builds. Alright, Elise. 2 chain vests. It's efficient. Of course, the the lower down on the build path you get, the more efficient you get. But there is a point where you want those passives. Like if you're just looking for armor, that's a great way to go. But what are you going to turn that into? I feel like if you get into a point in this game where you're just sitting on these base pieces of items, you're going up against people with full, you know, legendary tier items. You're gonna have yourself a little bit of a tough time. The other issue is stacking all this armor against a team that does a lot of magic damage. You have magic damage coming from the 4-3 Morgana, the 4-1 Poppy does a bit as well. The Volibear. I can't say I agree with all these choices. Oh man, can Elise even get away? Okay, there. The auto attacks are going to be enough to save her, but not for Yasuo, as he does fall to Korra and Naga. Alawi's 8th kill of the game. Wow. A very, very impressive showing here. From, of course, the budding star. It's sometimes fun to talk about these players, you know, as if they're real people. Oh, the flash in and the auto attack on the minion, the ultimate. Okay, guys. You have the insect. You have the Skara. Oh man, but this is the angel fisher. Oh baby. Whew. That was lovely. Oh, Korra and Naga, stuck in a pretty bad situation, is going to go down to Angel Fisher. And, oh man. Oh, if the fight weren't happening now, I would love to talk about that Crystalline Bracer, but instead I'm going to have to try and keep up with Poppy coming in, looking for that charge potentially. There it is, but without a wall to center up on, it'll actually be Poppy falling down after getting caught under that inhibitor turret, dishing out quite a bit of damage. Of course, it is rather early in the game, and Poppy doesn't have a single defensive stat to her name other than what comes passively from the W. Okay, so now that I have a little bit more time, Misfortune, why do you have a Crystalline Bracer? Can you please explain to me what that's going to become? Misfortune did end up going for that Bloodthirster first, which does give a good amount of AD, but unfortunately won't be critting anything anytime soon. It will contribute once she finishes items eventually, but up against the heavy crit and cooldown build of a Graves with Essence Reaver and Rapid Fire Cannon, I don't know that it's gonna keep up. Poppy getting quite a bit of movement speed in the jungle. Wow, this is the Mach 4 Poppy build, it appears to be, with the Trinity Force and then Alacrity Boots of Swiftness. This Poppy ain't stopping for nothing. But it also looks like we've got a very speedy Volibear coming in here to jump directly onto the AD carry. Angel Fisher trying to melee Duke it out as Yasuo goes down to the Ignite as no. Yasuo falls to the support Volibear, the 6-in-1 support Volibear that has not only not bought a support item, but is just building straight tank. There's no sight stone here. I almost want to look back. Did he have a support item and then sell it? Or has... No, he started with a Doran shield. That's right. Oh. If it works, then it works. You know? Yeah, you know. So, Jid is a character I feel like we haven't seen in a while. Me too, Sinistra 116. Me too. Oh no. Not like this. Oh no. What's he doing? Okay. B-Slice. Coming in near the base. Actually should be able to get the stun onto the Elise, and look at that huge damage coming out. There is the Q. Elise has to fall down outside of her base, but Poppy flashes over the wall. No, why would you trap yourself in there? The ult comes through, but it misses. Elise comes back through. Why would you come back through? No, that's the only place where she can't get you. Yes, okay, the sun comes across, and there's the W. If Poppy finds this E, she will be able to kill Elise. No, Elise. Elise, no. I don't care about anyone else other than you, Spider Babe. Oh man, Alawi has come in here with a huge ultimate, but isn't actually able to find the kills unless the Sterix keeps... Nope, the Sterix was not enough to save her. Morgana Freeman going in for a little bit of damage on that turret, but isn't going to stick around because she has a little bit of low health, and the attack damage can prove a little bursty coming out here from the blue team. Let's see if Slayer crit. No, why would you do this to me? Oh, you can blame the camera. Oh, Brian 2JZ, let's see if he can turn around with the ultimate. Let's see if he can put the Tormented Soil on the ground. Oh, he's taking so much damage, and it is Supernova Killa that finds it. Oh no, can he run away? The reload from Graves keeps him alive. He dodges the ultimate with the repel. Graves doesn't run in time and misses the Q. Spider Babe, you did it. You did it. Oh man. All right. Things are looking pretty grand. In case you were wondering what the Crystalline Bracer was going to build into from the Misfortune, I can't answer that for you. Wow! What just happened to Poppy's health bar? Oh man, I don't care about anything else. Just watching that Poppy killed like that was so satisfying. 3 down for the red team here. That was a nice fight from our buddies in blue, but let's see if they can turn it into anything of value. This Baron is looking mighty juicy, like a rare steak. Oh, we can't actually see the Baron. I could remove the fog of war, but oh, there it is. That is finger licking good. But of course, rather than taking the Baron, why don't we push up mid lane? So it appears that Jin is still on his adventures. Oh, one day I'll learn how to click on Jin. He has been able to get... That's bugged, right? This is bugged, isn't it? 73? So the only person in the entire game who has less gold than the Jin is Braum. Oh dear. So that's how you zoom out. So it's 28 minutes in the game, and he has 74 CS and a ZZ Rot portal. No, what have you done? What have you done to me? You were your team's hope, and you put it at your own inhibitor. Oh. Oh, Jin. Man, in comparison, I'm so impressed by the red team. Like, okay, let's look at Alawi's build. If this Alawi was like in Challenger, I would be like, oh yep, that's a good build. Like, if you're ahead, like that's gonna snowball you. Like, Black Cleaver's like probably like too expensive to get in a normal game, but like if you're destroying, like why not? Then you got like your Tiamat to go into the Ravenous the Titanic Hydra. and your Starix gauge, like, man, that's looking good. And then you look at Jhin. Death's Dance from Poppy. That's also a thing. It's definitely a thing. And so one thing that's proving a little rough for blue team is the fact that they chose a oh man, we'll get into that in a minute, as Korra and Naga is fighting up with that Elise, who is trying to hold them at bay. Actually repels aggressively onto the Graves, but can't pull out this 1v3 as Graves does ult for the kill. As blue team loses 2 members and red team loses nothing but their dignity. Oh, Morgana is the vessel, but the huge slow from the Make It Rain there should be enough to get her out of here. And look at that movement speed. Anytime a tentacle spawns, she's going to be well out of range. Of course, you could also just attack them twice and get rid of that that vessel. So you can see now, ZZ Rod Portal actually pulling the wave at bay. Oh man, listen to that music. Oh, that's lovely. That was actually beautiful. Oh no, the tentacles aren't alchemy enough to finish off the young DJ Senate. And our ZZ Rod Portal Jhin now coming in aggressively, but Alawi's going to turn around and smack it down. So many AD carries pounding away at this Volibear now, but he has the Thorn Mail, he has the Dead Man's Play and the Sunfire Cape, and that is a lot of armor and health, my friend. Oh, look at this aggressive ZZ Rod Portal placement into the fight. That should give them the damage as they need to win this. Kappa. Hello, friend. Man. Okay, so I'm gonna... Whoa, he sold it. No! Why have you done this? You had so much to live for. Wait a minute. If you sell ZZ Rod Portal, the one that you have doesn't despawn? What? Did he not really sell it? Or does it just... What? He doesn't... But... It looks like he might have that gold from selling it. I'm so confused right now. We're learning so much. Misfortune just bought Captain Boots and a second Crystalline Bracer. Because why not? Why wouldn't you do that? What could possibly bring you to not make that decision in a game? Oh man. We're getting to our first Baron attempt, and this could be where things get good. And this could be where things get great. Alawi comes in, and this should be enough to clean it up unless Jhin can get that curtain call in there. Blue team steals the Baron Nashor. Elise, you've done it. Oh my goodness gracious me. And comes in for the kill onto Morgana. That's actually, no, that's the ace from the blue team after stealing the Baron. I didn't realize that red team was TSM. And blue team was ESC Ever, which is a reference that you'll only understand if you are watching IEM in March of 2016. And if you guys are watching it any other time, you probably won't understand it all. But still, holy crap. And he's just taking raptors. Why? Okay, Chris. You've been speaking with your therapist, and you've talked about this. Just because some people do dumb things does not mean you have to respond with aggression. That is going to be the inhibitor going down for the blue team. I thought this was going to be red team's game minutes ago, but no, now it's looking like it could be anyone's. This is, dare I say it, a bit of a clown fiesta. But now that red team is all respawned, and now that they've got a super quick volibear, maybe they can turn it. No, the ult comes in and it's going to keep them all safe. Good job, buddy. I'm not biased. You can't say I'm biased. You're biased. I always knew you were racist against the Irish anyway. He's so handsome. And Brahm's good looking too. Well, despite their momentary lapse in judgment, it looks like red team have gotten their stuff together. They've now taken their 4th dragon of the game, which of course gives them huge damage reduction against turrets, meaning that they should be able to dive in very safely, considering how much health and armor quite a few of them are stacking at this point. Graves, of course, picking up the Infinity Edge, going to give him so many bullets flying out of that gun. Pretty standard builds here, except from the Death Stance and Poppy. For the red team, of course, Elise picking up the very late Haunting Guys to complement the Thornmail build. Haunting Guys would, of course, increase the damage that comes out of Thornmail and Sunfire Cape, which is a new kind of special. Jin picking up Runan's Hurricane because, you know, if you could or you couldn't, like, why wouldn't you? Oh, those crystalline bracers went into a Warmog's armor. Naturally. Oh, and the frozen mallet on Braum. This day just keeps getting better and better. Not only did we remember the name of that item earlier, but now we have it on a support. Oh, the bullet time comes across and Alawi is so low and they do finish her off. There's the curtain call coming down as well. A huge volibear. He is going to be able to grab 1 kill before going out, but with the ult catching onto Graves and the stun coming out, DJ Senate locks up the kill as Brum, and that is 4 members down from the red team. The flash, the victory flash. Oh, was that a forfeit from the red team? Is it over? Or no, that was just a totally BM flash. All right. See, like, they could totally win it here, but they could also totally screw it up. And that's what I'm ready to see. Look at that. This is the start of the screw up that I was waiting for. Morgana comes in for the 2nd kill, and Poppy is alive, is going to be able to come through. They do lose Morgana, but Angel Fisher and Sinistra 116 are so low. The snare comes through from Jin. And this Poppy is going to be able to get a little bit of health back in that spawn, come back through, and Jin is reloading. No, that decreases his DPS by quite a bit in those fights. The flash from Poppy comes out immediately before she falls. And now, nope, the game didn't end. DJ, why did you flash? Why did you flash, DJ? Okay, so let's just take a step back. Take a breath. Look at some of the crazy shit that's happened. We are even on turrets. We are almost even in gold. 1,000 separates these teams. We have seen almost 70 kills in 38 minutes of this game. And, man, we've got a support volibear that's been able to get a full tank build. We have a misfortune with Runan's Hurricane and Warmogs. We've got full magic damage penetration Elise with the, you know, regular Sunfire Thornmail combo. We've got everything here in Wood League All-Stars. Why don't you stay for a while? So, 38 minutes into the game, and we have 1 upgraded trinket from a single member of both teams. And that is our boy, actually. I didn't even realize that. I wasn't trying to SSD or anything. I was actually genuinely impressed by the fact that somebody upgraded their trinket. Oh, but here comes the fight that we were looking for. Bullet time and the Brahmo combo across, and it's actually potentially going to be Volibear that falls down, but no, he has so much health, and that... Oh, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Everyone's dying. Look at what's going... I don't know. Can you cast it? Try it. You guys try this shit. Oh man, everyone's dead. No, I think blue team just won the game. Can I put that in my casting reel, please? Like hire me, guys. For play-by-play and camera observing. Clearly, let's get our zoom in of the explosion. Are you guys ready? Oh, I'm ready. Woo 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 woo. Oh, baby. That is what I'm talking about. My boy DJ Senate cleaning things up on a street sweeper Braum in this lovely 39-minute game. I just want to take a peek at these post-game stats. Let's just take a little peek at them. Huh. Well, that's a thing. That's certainly a thing. Okay, I want to see if the Jin build was a bug. Okay, so I guess we've learned today that you can sell your ZZ Route portal and it'll stay up. Anyway, that's enough from me, guys. I've been Disciple. You've been watching. Brahm's been DJ Senate. He's a cool dude. Maybe I'll make a video with him sometime soon. Anyway, you guys are tired of listening to my voice, but if you're not, you could probably click on another video and watch that too. There are a lot of them. That's what I do. I make them. Put them on my channel. It's good. Peace.